Welcome, Trailblazers, to Release Readiness Live. My name is Ayori Selassie, and I'll be your host. We're so excited to have you here. We know you're joining in from all over the world, so thank you so much. What I love about Release Readiness Live is that no matter what type of Trailblazer you are, whether this is your very first release or if you've already started testing out new configurations in your pre-release and sandbox environments, this broadcast is perfect for you because we answer all of your questions. So to walk us through that process of how to get your questions answered is our amazing community rock star, Elna Miller. Elna, let us know how we get our questions answered.
Sure thing. Hi, everybody. Good to see you back here today. If you've been here this week at all before, welcome to the webcast today. So we are going to be taking questions live on the air, as many as we possibly can. So we do want to encourage you to post the questions and shout outs, if you like, in either Twitter or in the Trailblazer community in the Release Readiness group. The Release Readiness group is the best place for those substantive questions where our product managers can come in and follow up and we can start conversations. Make sure to tag your questions with the hashtag Salesforce Live, especially in Twitter, because that's the only one I'm following. So fire away with those questions and let's get started.
Awesome. Now, if you've been joining us all this week, then you'll know that we've already covered all the clouds. And today we're going to be covering Community Cloud. So get ready, get those questions ready. We will be having our product managers covering some of the roadmap for the rest of 2018. So with that, I've got to remind you, please make your purchasing decisions based on what's currently available. We will be making some forward-looking statements. And with that, without further ado, let's meet our product managers.
Hi everybody, my name is Sudhir Bakru. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm even more excited to be talking about Partner Community today.
I'm Adam Wagle, here to talk about the latest innovations with the customer portal with Lightning Flows. Thrilled to be here today.
And I am Paul Chong, and I am also thrilled to be here today to speak with you about the new features in Service Community.
All right, Adam, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so for today, we're going to focus on Community Cloud. And when we talk with customers, there's really three main personas that our customers deploy Community Cloud for. There is the customer persona, where they want to connect with their customers. There's the partner persona, where they want to connect with their partners. And then finally, they want to also connect with their employees. So some key use cases we see for the customer-facing communities is really around the customer portal experience. This is extremely valuable for financial services, for insurance companies, and from a use case standpoint, it allows those customers to access their account information, update that information, perform business process in the portal. So we'll show you an example today, a demo of Bright Financial Services where our protagonist, Katie Boyle, is able to update and apply for a credit card online. We also have a second use case that we focus on for customer community, which is the service community experience. And that's really key for industries like high tech and manufacturing, where what they would like to do is provide a one-stop shop for their customers to seek answers to questions, to collaborate around best practices, and be able to quickly escalate to case and to a live agent with any questions that they have. And then moving on to partners, we really have heavily focused on PRM, Partner Relationship Management. And what that does is it allows our customers to connect to their partners in whole new ways, where their partners feel like they're a member of the sales team and have all the same access to leads and opportunities as their internal sales team would. And they also have the ability to apply for and receive market development funds, MDF, and access to certified content. So there's been a ton of focus on partner communities and PRM in particular. Final use case is around the employee experience. And what we're seeing there is at scale, our customers seeking to reinvent their on-premise intranets and move those intranets to the cloud where they're mobile and social and have business process built in. So ton of demand there. And then also using Service Cloud on the back end and providing employee help desks with a single place to go to answer any question and escalate to case. So with that, we'll move on to the next slide and we'll go into detail on our Spring 18 release. Really four main themes for Spring 18. We're focused on the customer-facing experience with customer communities, partner communities, and employee communities. And all of this is underpinned by the digital experience platform. And this platform allows our customers, each of you, to build rich, dynamic, engaging experiences with clicks, not code, across these different use cases. So what you're going to see is we've brought the ability to do audience targeting to a whole new level in Spring 18. We can now enable you to do component level targeting. That's brand new. From a customer community standpoint, what we heard from you is you wanted enhanced case deflection. You wanted a case deflection dashboard and the ability to have your customers quickly find the answers that they need so they don't have to create as many cases. And so we've really focused on that. You'll see that in this Bright Financial customer portal demo shortly. Moving on to partner, ton of innovation there. We've really made this PRM app. It's called Partner Central. It's a template available with communities. We've made it turnkey with additional features like distributed marketing and a PRM calendar.
I can't wait to see that.
You're going to see it shortly. We've got Sudhir who's going to run point on an amazing demo with a company called Pacifica that has built this PRM experience for their partners, and it's really transformed their business.
Couldn't be more excited to be showing that soon.
Coming up shortly. Stay tuned. And then finally, for employees, what we've heard from everyone is that they want a single chatter experience where if you're say a channel account manager and you want to be able to consume a chatter feed that's in the PRM template, in that Partner Central template, that you can do it from within the internal experience. Same if you're a customer service agent who's monitoring the activity in a service community, you want to be able to consume that chatter feed in the internal experience. So we brought cross-community streams to market. It's in beta, and we're very excited to demonstrate that product to you today. So, digital experience platform. Let's focus in on the first of 4 significant themes for Spring 18. Digital experience platform, again, allows you to create vibrant, branded, themed, and personalized experiences for your customers, partners, and employees with clicks, not code. New for Spring 18 is component level targeting. We'll demo that. We've also made it possible to demo and to actually deliver audience targeting using CRM data 4 levels down. Incredible granularity to really provide a unique and targeted experience for every user who visits your community. Again, whether they're a customer, partner, or employee. We've improved SEO. That's been a big focus every release. So if you go to Google and your customers type in a help question, it'll bring you right to the community. And finally, Workspaces, which we'll demo today, is GA. So moving on, we're going to do a combined demo shortly that shows all these benefits of DXP in the context of theme number 2, which is our customer portal experience. In winter of 18, we launched a brand new template called the Customer Account Portal Template, aimed at allowing you to deliver these portal experiences to your customers with clicks, not code. And in the spring, we've achieved parity with all the other templates so that in the customer portal template, you have all the Lightning components out of the box that come with all the other components, all the other templates. So our North Star vision for Community Cloud is that you can start with any template, but migrate or add features to that template over time. We've improved Lightning flows with flow stages and the ability to upload files in the Lightning flow process and expose that to your customers. And then finally, we've exposed topics to flows and processes as well. Again, Lightning flow is a key use case within the customer community experience. So with that, why don't we move into a product demonstration of customer portals and Lightning flows.
We love demo time. Let's do it.
Demo time? All right.
All right, Adam, let's do this.
Fantastic. And so we are now looking at a demo that we've created. It's called the Bright Financial Customer Portal. Bright Financial is one of the world's leading financial institutions. However, they are fictitious and just for the purposes of this demo. But they provide a wide range of products and services to their customers, and they really want to provide every customer with a branded and themed and targeted experience. So what you're looking at is a mobile responsive view of the Customer Account Portal template, we've themed it for our protagonist for Katie Boyle, who's a millennial. So when she logs into this experience, she sees a fully branded and themed site. And then we'll do a quick harbor tour of some of the key components here. This is the tile menu component that you're staring at that was launched in the Winter 18 release that allows you to quickly create call to actions for the community visitor. We also have other Lightning components, again, that are targeted, so we can see Katie's account balances. She also is big into Bitcoin. She's a very aggressive investor, so she sees targeted content as well. And again, what's new for Spring 18 is the ability to not only target this experience for Katie at the page level, but we can now target the experience at the component level. So what Katie wants to do today is apply for a credit card. So she's going to click in this tile menu on a call to action, which will take her to the apply for a new credit card page in the community. And we've inserted a Lightning Flow component. It's a new component in the winter release called Flow. And it allows Katie to perform a business process without having to pick up the phone and call the agent. So she's going to apply for a credit card right in front of our eyes. And one thing you'll notice here is that the component is targeted to Katie. She is a philanthropist, loves to give back. And so when she applies for a card, what she'll get is points that go toward the nonprofit of her choice. And she's big into the environment and taking care of endangered species. So everything you see here is targeted for her at the component level. So she is greeted with two cards that she can purchase. One is just a generic looking card. The other has the picture of a grizzly bear. She obviously loves taking care of endangered species and grizzly bears in particular. So she clicks on this card, selects that one, and again, this is all targeted just to Katie's profile, to her audience, which are millennials who are into giving back and philanthropy. So that's what we've targeted this Lightning component for. In the next stage, we've surfaced data from the CRM system. That's Katie's CRM data, so she can look it over. It's accurate, but if she wanted to, she could update it in the portal in real time. She clicks next. At any step, you see at the bottom right the ability to chat with an expert. So we have live agent snap-in enabled. And in this case, she puts in additional CRM data. She enters her income. So this is additional valuable information for Bright Financial to have as they build a 360-degree view of Katie. And so final step is she's going to submit her order, and it will authorize us to run, or Bright Financial to run a credit check. What's amazing about that is using Lightning Flow on the back end, we can connect to external business processes. So we can actually connect to a credit check organization, verify her credit, and then issue her the card all right from Salesforce. So we'll click next. The final step is she sees a targeted video for her. It's all about the benefits of philanthropy and different ways to give back and to protect the environment and endangered species. So she listens to that video and she's thrilled. So we now want to switch gears and show you the power, again, of this new feature to target at the component level. And we're going to do that same product demo, but we're going to log in as Cheyenne Boyle, who is Katie's, let's see if we could do this, who's Katie's cousin. And Cheyenne loves to travel. She's also a millennial, so she sees the same look and feel, same fun look and feel that like a fintech company would have. And she goes to the same tile menu component, clicks on apply for a credit card, so it goes to the same page that Katie went to, but now there is a different Lightning component, a different flow component that we've targeted for Cheyenne. And in this case, Cheyenne is greeted with the ability to apply for a credit card and earn travel rewards for that card. So all the component is geared toward her. And again, instead of seeing a grizzly bear, she sees an airplane, which represents her passion for travel. And she clearly likes this card over the more generic credit card that she could get, so she selects that one. Again, her CRM data is surfaced, so she accepts that. She inputs her income, so again, more data for the CRM. And then finally, we'll kick off a business process in the back end to verify Cheyenne's credit and make sure that she can receive this card. And then final step is, again, she receives tailored content within this Lightning component for her, which talks about the best places in the world to travel. So she's super motivated. So the next step is we want to show how we make all this possible on the back end. So now let's switch gears from the customer persona, and we're now going to look at the Bright Financial Customer Portal from the perspective of Eric Ware, who's the admin and has to build out this rich functionality. So this is Eric Ware logging into the same Bright Financial Customer Portal that you saw before. And Eric is going to, instead of performing one of the flows, which he could do, he's the admin, so he's going to quickly click into Builder, and he's now going to see this community from within Community Builder. And so a number of enhancements here. One is just a quick harbor tour. Community Builder lets you build these rich experiences with clicks, not code. So here are all the pages in the community. Here are all the lightning components. Again, upwards of about 100 components come out of the box. Theming, very powerful. We've reinvented kind of the experience here to make it easy. And then all of your admin settings as well. So incredibly powerful tool to build out these rich experiences. So what Eric's going to do is click into that Apply for a New Credit Card page. And this is what you saw both Katie and Cheyenne access. And you're going to see that you're going to see two components here. One was targeted to Katie, the first one, the giving back component. So if we click in here and go to Edit Audience, this is brand new for Spring 18. We see that she was targeted as part of the Giving Back Candidates audience. And then we'll also go to Cheyenne's Lightning component that we've targeted for her and other millennials who, if we look at her targeting, is all around travel, and they're passionate for getting paid back for travel. So with that, we want to now switch gears and turn it over to Elna for a couple minutes of Q&A about the customer portal experience and what you just saw for Spring 18.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That was great. I love the component flows that are really personally targeted. That's amazingly powerful, really showing your customers how much you know them. I think that's really amazing. And of course, they're going to want to interact with you more and use your products if you know them better and what they like. So thank you for that. Laurel had a question. She wanted to know, would you use external objects to connect to the external system to check credit in your example?
That's a good question. I think that's one we probably should leave for our solution architects. I think it really depends on your specific instance and the way you want to go about connecting to flows. I don't know that I can give a generic answer at this point, but it's definitely one to reach out to your AE and connect with your customer success manager or a specialist to help make sure that we provide you with the right implementation for your use case.
Yeah, and Laurel, I would recommend that you post that question in the Release Readiness group in the Trailblazer community, because there are some experts there that will be able to loop in to help you with that. And then Rick was asking, what about internal users that do not have a portal license? Can they log into the portal just using their normal network single sign-on user credentials?
So not to defer again, but from a pricing and packaging standpoint, we'd say reach out to your AE and we can make sure that we're getting you the right license for the right use case.
All right, one more question, and then I'll hand it back over to you for the next section there. What are the new ways in Spring 18 that activities in the community can trigger, let's say, a marketing journey? I noticed there's some integration here. It seems like with Marketing Cloud, a lot of the terminology you're using with, say, audience targeting and things like that are very common in Marketing Cloud. So how do those two work together?
I can jump in on there. So we're actually going to, that's a great question, and we're actually going to cover it in this upcoming demo. But basically, it falls into two buckets. There's the audience targeting, as well as the triggers. In Spring 18, we've added a few more triggers, including triggers based on posts to particular topics and question posts. But we'll cover that in more detail in a couple of minutes if you can just hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can chime in. The other one, in addition to being able to trigger a marketing journey based on a question to a topic, which Paul mentioned, is the other use case is to be able to trigger a marketing journey based on a user joining a group. So that's the second example in Spring 18, how we've extended that integration between Community Cloud and Marketing Cloud. And then the other headline news for Spring 18 is that this integration with Marketing Cloud is GA. And we've had a ton of adoption and engagement with that ability to drive users back to the community using marketing journeys. And as Paul said, we're actually going to do a product demonstration shortly that showcases some of that new capability to trigger a marketing journey based on different criteria, including a customer posting a question to a topic. So you'll see that shortly.
So to add to what Adam and Paul said, I think something that I heard in there was also audience targeting along with Marketing Cloud. So it's a question we get often, right? Because there is a way to target audience within Marketing Cloud, and then there's the way to target audience within Community. It's a common question we get, but right now these are two separate systems. When you use audience targeting within communities, you are targeting the community entities. Having said that, of course, there's a plan in place, to actually bring all of this together at some point as Safe Harbor, so that as Salesforce we have one audience targeting system. Yep.
Thank you, Sudhir.
Cool. Oops.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
Great. So, Paul, do you want to share what you have next?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great segue. Okay, so I'm here to talk about service community. And so you might be wondering, what is a service community? Well, let me tell you. The purpose of a service community is for having a home for your customers, your community members to ask questions. It's a place for them to collaborate and learn from one another, share best practices. And it's also a place that they can have a path to escalate unanswered questions to agent or perhaps to a case. All right, and so we understand that the hero of any service community is the community manager. And every year, or every release even, we speak with hundreds of community managers. And it's quite clear they've told us two things over the last release. Yep. The first is in relation to having the tools for tracking, for measuring, for increasing case deflections. And so that's why in Spring 18, we have, really excited to announce, a dedicated dashboard for case deflections. All right, awesome. That's pretty cool, yeah?
Pretty cool, yeah.
And the second thing, on top of that, we've completely reinvented the case deflection component in Lightning. And so we're going to show you what that looks like in a minute, but there's a lot of good stuff that's coming with that. And so that was the first thing, case deflections. The second thing that they've told us is that they want to have the tools for engaging their community, all right? They want to increase that engagement. And so that's why I'm so excited to announce that in Spring 18, we have the GA release of the Marketing Cloud integration with communities. You kind of stole my thunder a little bit with that last question, but that was the...
There'll be more thunder.
When we get to the community. But with that, we can create these intricate, personalized journeys to engage and then re-engage customers that may have, that we want to bring back into the community.
That sounds really exciting, because if you can create that more rewarding experience for customers when they're in your community, then that increases their likelihood of, when they have a problem, to come to the community to get that support.
That is exactly right. And so we've been talking a lot about the communities. What do you guys, do you feel about ready to see what this actually looks like?
Yeah.
Shall we get into it? Shall we do that? Crank it up. Let's crank it up.
Number 2.
All right. So what we have here is Capricorn Community. And so if you've seen any demos, any custom community, service community demos that we've done in the last few releases, you'll be pretty familiar with Capricorn Coffee. It is our #1 favorite coffee company, and it's also fictional. All right, so there's something that we've built. And so if you've seen this demo, then you also will be familiar with Eric Ware. Eric Ware is a hero of this community. He is the community manager. Okay, and so Eric, he's coming into his community, and he's interested in understanding what's going on in his community. He wants to see what's the health of his community. And so because of that, he's going to go to the workspaces. And so some of you have seen the workspaces, but for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, the workspaces, really, this is the home of the community manager. Think of it as mission control for community management, right? So there's really 3 things that I think that's worth calling out that any community manager can do from the workspaces. The first is build. They can build through the builder, through CMS Connect. They can really build a rich experience in their community for the community members. The second thing is that they can manage their community, right? And so the way they do that, you can see the dashboards, and we'll go into that in a minute, but they've also got moderation tools as well. And then the third thing they can do is grow their community. And that's through intelligent targeting, as well as like administrative tools for reputation and gamification. Okay, so what we're here to, actually, one other thing I want to say that's really cool is that this is now in Spring 18 available by default. All right, and so those of you who are online right now, feel free to dial into your sandbox environment and play around with this as we go along. See if you can follow us. Okay, and so that's really the 3 main things in the workspaces. But also, if you see on the right there, we've got some really interesting links for learning. So if you want to, as a community manager, learn about whether it's the quick links, whether it's the release notes, whether it's Trailhead, It's all directly linked straight from the workspaces. All right, so Adam, shall we dive into the dashboards then?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Cool. Okay, so as I mentioned before, something I'm really excited about is the case deflection dashboards in Spring 18. This is something that you've probably seen before. This was released in winter. This is really everything. Like, there's a lot of information in this particular scorecard. What you're seeing right now. This is really everything that a community manager needs to understand at a high level what's going on. But we've been told from community managers that they want to drill in specifically into case deflections. So if we go to the case deflection dashboard, just a simple click over there, then we can see really three things. The first is the confirmed deflections, all right? The second is potential deflections, and then the third is the unsuccessful deflections. And so Eric Ware, he's dialed in, he comes into this dashboard every day, and he sees that the unsuccessful deflections have actually increased since he last logged in. And so he wants to understand why. And with this dashboard, he's able to quickly dive in and understand that actually it looks like there's one article there that's counting for the vast majority of the unsuccessful case deflections. So let's double click on that and see where that takes us. Okay, and so at a glance, Eric immediately understands why this is unsuccessful or resulting in unsuccessful deflections is because this article is outdated. It's about connected coffee machines, and it's actually because of some updates to the connected coffee machine software. This article is no longer updated. So what he's going to do now is go in and update that article. All right, and so while Eric is updating that article, shall we move over and see what this experience is like from a community member?
Yeah, let's check it out from the community standpoint. Capricorn Cafe.
Capricorn Cafe, all right. And so many of you will have met our favorite coffee aficionado, Lauren Boyle. All right.
We love Lauren.
We love Lauren. We love her too.
Yeah.
And if you know Lauren, you know that one thing is pretty consistent with Lauren is that, or two things really. One, she loves coffee and she's a VIP. But two, she always has questions. And today is no different. She has a lot of questions for us, and we're going to just show you those in this demo. And so Lauren has just purchased a very expensive Capricorn Coffee connected coffee machine. All right, a very, very expensive, top of the line. And so she wants to understand how does she connect this to the internet. All right, and so naturally she comes to the corporate website, and you can see this corporate website. It's pretty standard. One thing that we've learned from all of our customer discussions here at Salesforce is that every single 100% of our customers has a corporate website. Not that insightful. All right. So the second
but it's
thing
a good place to start when it comes to support forums.
Thanks. Exactly. But that's the second thing that we've learned is that every good corporate website has a service community. All right. And so let's click into that and see where it takes us. All right. And so what you're seeing right now, this is a community cloud service community. And what might surprise you is that it actually looks exactly the same styling-wise as the corporate website. And the reason why this is possible is because through CMS Connect, we can create rich themed and experiences, visually stunning experiences that match the design and layout of your other web properties. All right. And so if we scroll down, we can see that because this is on Salesforce, you can surface all of the great Salesforce data straight through this platform, whether it's the articles, whether it's the topics. But because Lauren wants to engage the community, let's just log in and then get more amongst it. And so what you see now is the logged in state, the authenticated state for Lauren Boyle. And what you'll note is that this is a little bit different because it's fully personalized for Lauren, right? And so this is the magic of the power of our platform, is that on the left there you can see the rich discussions. This is basically all of the discussions personalized and from the community. We can see on the right there's a leaderboard. So if Lauren wants to find experts in the community, she can quickly reach out. And not only is this surfacing up internal data, but there's also external content. And as you can see with this third-party Lightning component, you can show some Instagram photos. And that's just one of many components available on the App Exchange. Cool. So as we said, Lauren interested in understanding the connected coffee machine. So she's going to just type in connected coffee and see if you can find a way to and look at that right there. There's an article that addresses her question. So if you just click on that, we can see that if you recognize this, it's probably because we just looked at this a minute ago.
Looks familiar.
Yeah, with Eric Ware, right? But there's a slight difference because Eric's actually now updated this article. And so now it's correct. And so Lauren reads through it, and by the time she's at the bottom of it, she's connected a coffee machine to the internet. So she's now really happy with her experience, and so she's going to give that a thumbs up. And the best part in Spring 18 is that by summing that up, if that's a verb, then that goes to the case deflection dashboard. And so Eric gets feedback on the changes that he's made to the community. All right.
Really powerful.
Yeah, so she's pretty happy with that. Okay, and then so the second thing that catches her eye is that there's actually a best beans topic there. And so she's thinking to herself, now she's connected a coffee machine to the internet, she needs to get some beans. What good is a coffee machine without beans, right? All right, so let's get into those beans. All right, and so she's going to see if she can find what the best beans are for a connected coffee machine. She looks through there. She can't find a question that answers that, so she's going to just basically post a question to the community, see if someone else can help her answer that question. And so the magic that's happening right now behind the scenes is that we've actually created a trigger. This is to trigger a marketing journey. All right, so this is going to create a personalized marketing journey for Lauren, and it's going to start in her inbox. And what we're going to see in about a couple of minutes is what it actually looks like from Lauren's perspective. But right now, we're just going to go back to the community. Lauren's posted that question. She's pretty chuffed with herself. She's basically had a connected coffee machine. She's posted a question. And the third thing she wants to do, remember, this is a very expensive coffee machine. She wants to make sure that she cleans it in a way that does not void her factory warranty. All right?
That sounds very important.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's an expensive coffee machine. So what she's going to do now is then go to the case form online. And then with this, if you're familiar with the customer support case form, you'll notice that this looks very different because we reinvented it in Spring 18. And what we've done, we tried to do three things with this reinvention. The first is to make it mobile responsive. We know that your communities are viewed on the mobile devices. It's got to be mobile responsive. That's just like table stakes.
Yeah,
all right?
number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I am too. And the second thing is that we've made it more performant. By breaking it up into two separate components, it actually now is really quick. And the third is that it's flexible. And so you can do a lot of things with this, including, there's so many things. Like you've told us one that you wanted to define what the default state is in that case deflection component, and now you can do that. You can control that. Right here, it's showing frequently asked questions. In addition to that, you've told us that you want to get more than just articles in there, so we've added in Spring 18 discussions as well, being surfaced in that component. All right, so there's a lot of power in that component. And so going back to Lauren, so Lauren's basically at this component, she's like, okay, I want to learn about the warranty on my connected coffee machine. She looks through those frequently asked questions there. She doesn't see the answer to a question, so she's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to go and write a case. But whoa, wait, time out. Time out, look over here. By typing in warranty into the subject line, her article that answers the question surfaces through the power of Einstein.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Right there. Okay, so she's going to click on this. Is it too good to be true? She's going to quickly read through this, and lo and behold, it answers her question to the T, like perfectly. Okay, so then, Adam, what do you think? Do you think she's going to be pretty happy? Was this helpful for Lauren, do you think?
Well, I mean, she didn't have to pick up the phone. She didn't have to wait for a response. In real time, she's getting her coffee maker up and running. It's pretty incredible.
Well, in that case, we probably should say yes to that question at the bottom there.
Did it solve your problem? Yes.
All right. And secondly, do you think because of this, will she want to continue with the case? She's pretty much done with it. You think?
Yeah. No reason to continue.
Right. So she's pretty happy at this point. And so something that's great in Spring 18 is for Eric, where with every single completed case deflection, he can then redirect the community member to any landing page that he wants. All right. And in this instance, he might say, okay, I'm going to take Lauren to a survey, an NPS survey, and see if you can fill that out. So Lauren's going to do that. What do you think Lauren's going to rate this experience? Given that she's just answered 3 questions.
Sudhir, what do you think? You've been quiet.
About 42, I think.
Yeah, 42 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a 10 out of 10. She's pretty pleased with that, and as she should be. And so once again, this is a new ability in Spring 18 to just reconnect, to redirect to anywhere you want. Okay, so at this point, Lauren's pretty happy. She's going to sit back and relax because you know what? She's probably going to have a coffee because she's pretty happy that in less than 10 minutes, she's managed to get three of her questions answered. But the thing is, she gets a phone call from work. It's a boss, and a boss is like, you've got to go to a coffee bean convention in Omaha tomorrow morning. And so normally, Lauren, being a coffee aficionado, she loves coffee conventions, especially coffee bean conventions in Omaha. But she's actually expecting a delivery from Capricorn Coffee tomorrow as well. So she's like, what's she going to do about this? So she's going to go to Live Agent and try and change her delivery, okay? And so something that's incredible in Spring 18 is that we've made this as seamless as possible for our community members. And so within 2 clicks, she can get onto it speaking with a Live Agent. And because of the fact that this form is now auto-populates. And so that's kind of nice, that Live Agent snap-in. And so she's connecting. Let's see what it looks like from the service agent's perspective, okay? And so what you're looking at right now is the service console. This is basically, in this instance, it looks like Eric Ware is logged in as a service agent, and this is what he sees, okay? And so Lauren types in a question, can I update my order? And so what Eric sees, Eric knows Lauren because Lauren's a VIP, but assuming that he didn't for a minute, he'll be able to find out within a glance what she's all about because he can look at the Community 360, which is a dashboard that gives all of the community members' activities. You can see here that Lauren's viewed that one article over 30 times. Probably means that we've done this demo over 30 times, maybe. That might be that's a few times now, haven't we? All right, but because of this, Eric knows exactly that Lauren's a VIP. She's been spending a lot of time, a lot of money with Capricorn, and so he's going to give her the VIP treatment, okay? And which is, Lauren, I'm going to update your order ASAP, and Lauren can then rest easy. That's some great typing, Adam.
I'm really good at this.
And so the best thing is that now, so Lauren, she's just accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. And so maybe we can fast forward and see, so maybe this is like tomorrow morning, okay? So Lauren's at the airport, about to board a flight to Omaha, and she's checking her inbox. And so what I want to show you right now is the marketing journey that we set off when Lauren posted that question to the community. And what you see this here is Lauren's inbox. Lauren basically only retains emails from Capricorn Coffee. She doesn't have any friends.
She deletes everything else. Yeah,
she keeps everything from Capricorn. And she includes, which includes her first welcome email, the day that she joined the community. You can see here that this is personalized for her.
And this is all triggered by marketing journeys.
That's correct. So
integration with Community Cloud.
Yeah, so we've got dozens of different triggers and audiences that are possible through Marketing Cloud. And then so we see that there's a new email at the top there. Let's click in on that. And we see that this is an email asking Lauren if she's interested in buying beans. Coincidentally, given that she just posted a question about beans.
Wow.
Right, and so it's bringing her back into the community. If we click on that, we'll see what happens. Basically, it's giving her a discount. It's bringing her back into the community. And so this really is the power of Marketing Cloud with Journey Builder. It basically re-engages these customers, your community members, bringing them back into the community in a very personalized way.
So being able to integrate Marketing Cloud within communities, and providing this amazing experience to Lauren.
That's exactly right.
Pretty awesome.
That's exactly right. And so maybe the last thing we'll probably do in this demo is just look behind the scenes. How does this actually, how do we set this up,
Right.
Adam? So if we shoot over to Journey Builder and Marketing Cloud, a couple of things I just really want to call out quickly is that we can set the trigger. In this case, it was posting a question to the best beans topic, right? And then we can also set a condition that if Lauren has purchased the coffee machine, the connected coffee machine before, then we're going to show her an email for beans. If not, then we're going to show her an email for connected coffee, right? And so because she's done that, we can take her through that journey. And this journey can be very elaborate. And part of something that's great about this journey is that, for example, if she clicked and she purchased some beans, then that's going to be automatically updated to a user record. And so that we can use that for further personalization on other journeys, right? So this is the beauty of it, automation of that personalized.
That's incredibly powerful.
Journey.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's super cool. I mean, the fact that when Lauren goes in and she's just looking to get a question answered and we find the right answer for her, but then that's continuing to build up that right profile for her so that we're engaging her even better. And then obviously the next time, she has a question, she was going to go out and travel, she knew she could come back to that community because she could trust it. And that's just amazing.
Yeah. This is the power of the personalized journey through Journey Builder.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Amazing demo, Paul.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, pretty excited about service communities?
I think so. We'll see from the audience.
All right.
Yeah,
Maybe why don't we
let's
pause, Elna, for a couple minutes for questions,
Yeah.
and then we'll pick up with the third vignette and demo with Sudhir and PRM.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, like Lauren, our community members also have questions, and they love to hear from you, the horse's mouth, literally, the answers to those. So first of all, just want to say case deflection is really community gold. It's one of the main benefits for a company and also benefits for your customers because they're saving time, they're getting what they need fast, and of course you're saving resources in your service organization. So that's just anything you can do to figure out how many cases are being deflected is really, really important. And Tony agrees, says great stuff. And Divya has a question about sort of expanding case deflection. So if you do not use the create case form, can you still get the benefit of case deflection? Like she says, we have our own case page layout that's created specifically for customers, and it has record types and workflows and assignment rules. So they have a more complex structure, and so they don't use that standard create case form. So can they maybe use case deflection if in that expanded environment?
Yeah, so everything in the platform you can create reports and dashboards from. We do have this new out-of-the-box dashboard for case deflection. It has a number of different reports powering it. So what we'd recommend is go into Sandbox and look at all the different current reports powering it, and then that gives you the ability to tailor that report and that dashboard as desired, and to create other ones that really match your business process. But the key is everything is available to be displayed in reports and dashboards within the community, including everything related to case deflection. Every time a user views an article, posts a question, views a question, all that data is available. We've just provided in the Spring 18 release an out-of-the-box experience with that new case deflection and case creation component.
Actually, just to build on that, and also something that's new in Spring 18, is the ability to customize the tracking. So like whether it's particular events that trigger what you would define as a case deflection, or what the text that the UX that your community member sees with that case deflection. That's all customizable in Spring 18.
That's great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And,
More questions?
AAA on Twitter, that's the name, is asking about case deflection for community questions as opposed to the case component. Is that anywhere on the roadmap, or something that will be possible?
Yeah, the way we're thinking about case deflection for community questions is we have a product that's currently in pilot called Einstein Answers. So this would be something to talk with your AE about. You'll see it on our roadmap for 2018, but what Einstein Answers does is it does just that. It provides the ability through Einstein to suggest answers to the community to help with case deflection. So that I would say is a key part of case deflection for Q&A within the community.
Yeah, we can't wait to see that.
That's incredibly powerful,
yeah.
Yes.
Cool. We have time for one more question?
Okay. So this one is sort of a licensing question, so we may have to get back to you. But Sana says, loves the new component targeting and wondering about Live Agent, the live chat in the Nabila template. Is that included in is it available in the community component already, or is it an add-on?
The component level targeting is of course included in your with community. It's the part of your audience targeting. If the question is more around you want to create different versions of live agents on different pages, then of course you can create page variations and have different live agents, and then of course target those pages so that you have different live agents on different pages. So not really the component, but on a page level, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, let's transition and start talking about our partner capabilities with PRM. Sudhir?
Awesome, thank you. So amazing demos. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Adam. How about we get back to a slide, right? I'm a product manager. I need to show a slide.
At least one slide.
Yeah.
We'll give you one slide.
I mean, it's almost a part of my job description, right? So I'm here to talk about partner community, and just if you're not familiar with it, the overall goal of partner community is really to connect channel account managers to channel partner resellers, right? We want these two personas to be working very closely to each other so that they can enable sales for your product, for your services, and for your company. Some of the key use cases that we look at for partner are being able to manage sales, being able to assign leads, being able to assign partners to programs, right? And those are key use cases that we look at when we think of partner community. And whenever we think of any of the investments we want to do for partner, whether it be this feature set, whether it be the previous one, whether it be the next one, these are the key principles that we think of, keep in mind. And on those lines, some of the investments that we made for Spring 18 and where we focused our investments on have been Campaign Marketplace, and we focused a lot on guided setup, so that it's easier for you to understand what features we are launching and and setting that up within your community. We bring beautiful features like calendar component and also making enhancements to Partner Central template. So I'll go through a demo of all of these and I'll probably focus more on the demo than the slide. So shall we jump on a demo, Adam?
Let's do demos. Yeah.
Demo number 3, our final and I think most comprehensive demo.
Awesome. So let's start with the demo, right? So let me start with an introduction here, right? So let me introduce you to Erica Ware, who's maybe related to Eric Ware, I guess, right?
I think they're long-lost cousins.
Perhaps, right? So in this scenario, we're going to use her for a couple of different personas. In this persona, we'll use her as a channel manager, right? So being able to create channel programs, all of that is what she does. And she's also a part of a company called, a hypothetical company called Pacifica, the one that Adam alluded to when he was talking about a partner community. And Pacifica Community is basically a community, a company that sells its products and services through its resellers, right? So that's the overall idea here. And then once we go through the demo, we'll focus on the particular features. So what you see over here is, of course, the home screen of the channel management app, right? What I like to focus on is guided setup. The way to get into guided setup is workspaces. So why don't we jump into workspaces? So the reason we're focusing on guided setup a lot is because we want it to make it really easy for our customers to understand how to really set up new features, not really go through hundreds of pages of documentation, but really understanding the features we are launching, or some of the really turnkey partner features that we have. Really go through a click through and just understand and set up the features. So let's see how that works. So on workspaces, if you click on guided setup, you get to the list of guided setups that we have. Really excited to announce that we are launching three guided setups in spring 18. The first one, as you may remember, we launched a feature called Channel Programs and Levels in last release, right? And we're bringing you the guided setup for it in spring 18. We're also bringing you two new guided setups for 2 new features. One is campaign marketplaces, and the other one is intelligent sales enablement. Both of which we will go through the demo. So let's quickly check what a guided setup looks like if you're not familiar. So clicking on campaign marketplace, we see what a guided setup looks like. And again, right, a step-through process of really understanding really going through how do you go and set up a community, how do you go and set up a feature, right? All of these are partner turnkey features. So this is the one that really walks you through a complete process instead of you going through a help documentation or any of that. If you go back to the guided setup page, you'll see a tile right at the bottom for App Exchange, right? It's where you can find apps which are for your third party, any third party apps, right? You can find it in here. And if we skip to the actual App Store, you will see that we've actually launched 5 new apps through Salesforce Lab, and also some of them being through our learning management system. So yeah, so just an overall summary about guided setup. A quick way for you to understand what features we are launching and how to go about setting it up. Shall we jump to the next demo, Adam?
Let's do it.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about scorecards, right? So one of the places where we want our channel managers to be able to really focus on being able to track the key performance metrics for the channel sellers, channel partners, basically being able to track the performance, how they're performing, right? So what we have now is the ability to create multiple partner scorecards. So the example over here is we have Erica Ware. She has a channel program. Let's jump into what a channel program looks like. We have a couple of channel programs over there. We tap on channel programs, and you see this list of a couple of channel programs that she's created. We'll focus on one of them, right? Let's focus on the US one. Click on that, and probably go into retail tab. Yeah, awesome, right? So what you see over here is that this partner community really has this channel program has 3 levels, right? The bronze, the silver, the gold. And what Erica wants to do with these is connect them to a scorecard. And so the reason this is really important for Erica is because it gives us an easy ability to track the performance of partners and associate these scorecards to an account. So let's see how you do it, right? So what you see over here is a channel program with different levels, and she would like to associate these levels to a scorecard. So when we go into the scorecard view, right, when you click on scorecards, you go into the scorecard view, you see the list of scorecards that she's created here. So we just look at the US one, gold one, right now for this demo. And here's what, right? Here are the key KPI metrics that she wants to look at, right, and track on the basis of. So some of the metrics could be marketing-based, they could be sales-based, right? It's up to her to decide which ones they are. And once she has these KPI metrics, she's associating these metrics to the goal level, to the goal level tier, which is what's done on the bottom. You see as scorecard associations. So we've done one for the sake of demo, but why don't we click on new and see how do you really do it? So you click on new, you have the scorecard already selected. We scroll on the bottom. On the left side, if you tap on that, you'll see that there are 3 different types of. Stop on that. You see 3 different. You could do it on an account. You could do it on a channel program level, or you could do it on a channel program. In this case, we've chosen a channel program level, and we've chosen gold. So quickly close this. Let's go back to where we were, right? So here, right? So now you've associated this level, this channel program level, to a scorecard. And all of these metrics are going to be running on accounts. So you can go in and see how each of these accounts are performing and basically generate reports on them. So let's click on accounts, right? And just go through the list of accounts. So we have a few accounts here. Let's focus on one of them. Let's take the CTW reseller. They're one of our resellers. So we click on them. We arrive right here, right? And we see, of course, this is the account detail page, but then we go and want to see the partner scorecard, right? If you want to see what metrics are being focused on, so we click on the drop down on the top right, we click on view partner scorecard, and select a scorecard. And what you'll see the update over here is that you'll see the metrics being updated, the scorecard being updated, and you'll see all the number for this particular account. So really easy way for
that's really powerful,
right? For the channel manager to be tracking and looking at how the partners are performing. Yeah. So since we are in this conversation of hey, how do channel managers engage? How do they engage with partners, right? Let's look at another feature that we've launched. And Adam, you mentioned cross streams, right, in your presentation. So why don't you look at that, right? So what you have over here is, again, in the context of Erica, where, right, she's in Pacifica Community, and this is the runtime of the community. We've set up streams over here, right? So if you see on the nav menu, right on the right, you'll see streams over there. And what you see over here is basically that accounts has been added to the streams, right? The account object and the CTW reseller has been added to the stream. But you can do this on other objects as well. You could do it on groups. You could do it on topics, something that's focused on communities, right? But what we are launching in this release is that now you can go into the internal org, your internal org, and actually check out these conversations, right? So now you're not missing the key conversations that you were having on communities, right? And you don't have to step out of your internal org. It's a really powerful feature for partner community users. That's
really powerful. It allows Erica Ware, the channel account manager, to live in the internal experience and to subscribe to feeds and conversations in the community.
Yeah, as simple as that.
Very powerful.
Awesome. So more demos. I'm also out of breath, and we have so many more demos to go, right? This is
Catch your breath. This is a marathon, not a sprint. It's actually more like a sprint.
Yeah, but this is so exciting, isn't it? All right, so how about we, Adam, we start focusing now on the channel partner, right? Let's start focusing on.
Let's do it.
So let's pick a channel partner, right? And see what kind of features have we launched for them, right? One thing I'm really happy to announce is, it's quickly over here, right? This is your community, your partner community, the runtime, right? You see on the left.
And just to say, I mean, this community looks really great, and this is using the standard template, right?
This is using the standard template. Again, right, add any components, any additional components using our builder, right? So yeah, all out of the box.
Nice.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Thanks for that point out. That was pretty cool. Awesome. So. So you see basically over here the community, like we mentioned, it's the out of the box template, right, the Prm template that we call, and you can of course use the builder to add any of the components and design it the way you like. So let's now hop on to see what are the new cool features we've added. So let's click on concierge and click on training and see why this is important. So a part of the feedback that we've got from our customers is, hey, there are a few gaps between the PRM template and the other templates we have, right? Some components not being there, whether it be the reputation leaderboard, whether it be the topics, whether it be topics details, or trending articles. These have been gaps, and I'm very happy to announce that these gaps are now being fixed, now being completed, right? Fantastic. And they're actually in sync with other out of the box templates that we offer within communities. So just quickly look over here. You look at training. You look at this. This is a topic detail page. You look at trending articles, right? Some of the gaps that we filled, but all in sync, right? Does not compare, have the whole list over here, but all gaps have been filled. So really happy to announce that. So if we focus on one of the other features that we have, right, go to marketing and click on marketing calendar, right, click on calendar. So gone are the days when a channel partner and a channel manager had to be not in sync, right? So now they can be in sync in terms of any of the campaigns in place, right? Any of the activities going on. So what you see in front of you is the new calendar component that we've added to pretty much all our templates. We're showing it here in the context of our partner community, right? So you can use this in other templates as well. So what you see over here is the same lightning calendar that you've grown to love, right? We've pulled that into communities as well now, and you can go through a lot of standard features that you have with the calendar, whether it be it creating new events, right? Looking at monthly views, daily views, right? Weekly views, do all of that. Changing color codes as well, like if you want to change color codes of a particular calendar. But a couple of things to call out, right? One, you can create your calendar for any object, right? As long as there's a time field, right? As there's a date field. It is a calendar in the end, right? You need a date field.
So even custom objects, you can create a
That's
calendar.
That's right. So as long as there's a date field in, you can create a calendar of it.
Nice.
Yeah. So you can create a calendar for that, So if it's Erica Ware, she has a calendar. She can share it with James Preston. Or if it's James Preston here, right, he can share it with Erica Ware. You can create calendars. You can share them, and also that this calendar is completely responsive, right? It's mobile responsive. You can use it on a mobile device as well, so it would respond and fit into your device. Just one quick call out over there. On mobile, we only support My Events right now, but of course, looking into as a roadmap, see how about to incorporate the other features as well. Yeah, so that's calendar. Adam, why don't we go into resource library and look at some of the resource?
Yeah, a lot of innovations on this intelligent sales enablement.
Yep. So a couple of things to call out over here, right? So even though we are showing you the desktop experience, we've made some amazing progress on and make some amazing enhancements to our mobile view. So what you look at right now is the new default view for our libraries, resource libraries. So let's look at a quick file preview feature that we've done. So click on that. Click on one of the files, Adam. If you tap on that, what you see over here is the preview, right? It's a desktop preview of a file, right? However, when you load this component into a mobile device, right? It's completely mobile responsive again, right? You see a file preview. You have all the gesture control that you have usually with mobile devices, whether we pinch to zoom to read the app properly, and we keep that ability. Super excited about this feature as well.
That means now, as a partner, if I'm going to visit a customer and I want to just pull up, a case study or any of the assets that the company I'm working with provides, I can just pull that up on my phone, just like that.
And you can show them previews of the files. You can play around with the gestures and just show them details of.
That's really awesome. Can you send that out as well?
You can share these as well. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Cool. How about you jump into some campaigns?
Let's do some campaign work.
Yeah, let's do some campaigns. So the last two features that I really want to talk about are the ones I'm most excited about, right? So on the campaigns, what we'll do is we'll jump onto Erica Ware's persona again.
Let's do that.
Right? Let's jump onto Erica Ware's persona, and this time we'll give her a different persona. We'll give her a channel marketing persona. So within partner community, we realized that channel partners, right? So the channel partners are not really marketers, and they need some kind of help to get demand to be driven to them, and that's the role that in this case Erica Ware is driving. She's defining a lot of campaigns, right? She's defining campaigns for a partner to look at and really sign up for the campaigns and help market the product. So why don't we click on campaigns and see what that looks like? So if you see a list of campaigns here, when you click on one of the campaigns over here, why don't you click on the top one, Adam?
Sure.
So what I was trying to show you over here is, here's what a campaign looks like. Erica has created this campaign, and in the end, once she creates this campaign, she can define, when is it active for, right? Different kind of fields on it, different kind of metrics on it. But once it's created, a channel partner. So why don't we jump into the channel partner scenario persona again, right? A channel partner can then go into a campaign, right there, yeah. Into a campaign, and this is what he sees, right? Now, how simple was this? How easy was this, right? All you did on the builder was pull in a campaign component, right? And pull in a campaign component, pick the campaigns that you want to show, which is what Erica Ware defined, right? And it shows up to the partner in a beautiful tile view.
That as a partner
Yep.
makes me want to click in and engage with that campaign. Like that, I mean, that's night and day from the traditional experience of any partner community I've seen.
And that's what's driven us to create the experience just like this, right? We want partners to be able to engage into campaigns and sign up for them. So let's take the example. Let's say they are interested in a campaign, right? And they do assign, they do click on a campaign, right? And let's see the detail, right? Let's see what it looks like. So here, right? Here's what the campaign looks like. This again, right? Remember, Erica Ware created the campaign. You have that header image show up as well. All the details of the fields that show of this campaign. But if the partner likes it and wants to sign up for it, now we introduce sign up to you, right? So you click on sign up, and boom, you've signed up for the campaign, and now it's a part of your active campaign. What happens really is a child campaign is created, right? And now the partner is all set to execute on the campaign, right?
Excellent.
Amazing feature coming through the
Out of the box campaigns for the partner.
Well,
That's amazing.
So that's not the end of campaigns, though, right?
Is there more?
There's a lot more, Adam. There's a lot more.
Fantastic.
Right? What I'd like to talk about on the campaign side of things also is, now, just like Paul talked about the journey builder, right? There's the same that you can do within a partner community as well. So why don't we go into the view of Erica Ware?
So you're going to show how we've not only does Marketing Builder Journey and her Marketing Cloud Journey Builder integration work for customer community applications, but you're saying it also works for partner community.
Exactly, right? So let's check that out.
That is a flexible integration.
So we just jumped into the journey directly because we've already seen how you go about creating it. So here's the journey, right? We created a simple journey. Here's the campaign journey, and all you have to do really is on your org, connect your campaign to your journey, right? That's it. It's as simple as that. And when Erica, again, right, the channel marketer of Pacifica, when she comes in and creates this journey, she's creating a sample journey. She pretty much wants to send out 3 emails, right? They could be any comment on the first day, right, of the campaign starting, on the 7th day of the campaign, right, and in the 10th day of the campaign starting, and goes into Journey Builder and defines the journey, right? That's it, right? Your emails have been defined. You've all done this in partner within your Marketing Cloud. Now let's flip back into the channel partner view, and why don't we look at their active campaigns, right? So while we look at that, so remember that James Preston signed up for a few campaigns, right? So one of those campaigns is actually the one integrated Marketing Cloud, right? So let's look at that campaign. So yeah, you're already on my active campaigns, right? Why don't we select the 2017 one? Sorry. Yeah, you tap on that. Yeah. So while this loads, right? So again, what you'll see over here are the campaign messages. You'll see. Yeah, there you go, right? You see the campaign. These are the messages that are actually being pulled into from Marketing Cloud, right? As a channel partner, I am seeing what Erica Ware created in the Marketing Cloud. I have no idea, where she created it, but I go in and look at this. I see the campaign messages. The partner this looks great to me. I scroll down. Now I'm really interested in seeing, how do I add my contacts and leads to this campaign, right? So scroll right up. You click on so once you add what you can do is you can add contacts and leads. The channel partner can add contacts and leads to this campaign, and once that gets added, it goes into a pending mode. And let's tap on that, right, and see what happens. So when you click on that, right, what you see is here are the contacts and leads that you've added to your campaign, right? So what you can do is you can say, hey, approved, send the automated message through, right? That's a part of our messaging. Or I'd actually like to personalize this message, right? So why don't we click on the checkbox and see what that looks like? There you go, right? You see a personalized message. You can change this the way you want to. You can add the first name, or how do you want to address your contact or lead. You can add a message, personalized message, so that when the lead gets it, it does not feel like an automated message. Yeah, once you click on this, right, you're all set, right, for the campaign. But again, right, a couple of things to add over here. The value that this provides is, campaigns provide is, of course, the channel marketer is driving all of this, right? Even within Marketing Cloud, right, the channel marketer is actually creating all of this, right? It's a Pacifica user that's doing all of this. And again, right, within an org, it's as simple as clicking a couple of buttons and connecting to your campaign.
Yeah, you've totally taken that one-to-one engagement connection thing to a whole new level and moved it beyond all the way down to the partner and their connection to the customer. It's amazing.
It's these couple of features, we're really excited about, and we really think there's a lot of value that we're adding to our channel partners and marketers. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. So I think that's it from a demo perspective on the partner community. Why don't we see if we have any questions on this?
All right,
Yeah.
I'm ready. So that was a lot to digest.
There was.
And Alan says, the guided setup for Partner Central takes the guesswork out of the equation. So really happy about that. Thank you from Alan. And this is for Leandro. So we are putting together trail mixes for each day of Release Readiness Live, and undoubtedly there will be one, Ayori can confirm, for communities as well, so you can start learning about how to set all this up, as well as learning how Community Cloud works in general.
Yeah, absolutely. Those trail mixes will be posted to the community.
Great, so look for that later. And similarly for James, we are recording, of course, and the recording will be available later today for today's webcast. And the webcasts for earlier this week are already available on the Salesforce Live site. So check those out using the same link that you used to come watch today. Now into the questions. Vanessa actually has some feedback. So she would like to see more granular org-wide defaults for portal users, since now it seems to be either all partners or no partners when it comes to record access. So do you want to comment on that?
I mean, it's a feedback that we can take to our partner community team, right? And feedback well taken, and something we can add and see, how we added the roadmap. Yeah.
Great, thank you, Vanessa, and I totally understand that. And then Yvette was asking, how easy is it to transition from the service Nabila community to a PRM Partner Central template community if you wanted to switch?
So these usually are different use cases, right? I mean, customer community is more focused on your customer use case, your customer community use case, and partner community is more focused on partner community use cases. Again, there's a lot of similarity between both of them, right? And it shouldn't be that hard. But Adam, do you have any suggestions on how we can?
Yeah, I mean, let me start with kind of our vision of where we're taking Community Cloud. Is that we've each couple releases released a new template for a specific use case, as Sudhir mentioned. So the first template we had was the customer service Nabila template that's been available for over a year now, and then we built the PRM template that I believe went live in the summer release. So that was our second template. And then the third template is the customer account portal template that we showcased with Bright Financial today, and that was live in winter. So we essentially have 3 templates. Our North Star vision is that you as the customer will in the future be able to seamlessly switch between templates, because all of it's the same builder, it's all the same Lightning components. In each template is, again, just kind of how it rearranges the components on a page. That is more of a roadmap item right now. I think the best approach is to, again, talk with your customer success manager, and we can work with you to figure out how to best transition your use case. As Sudhir said, if you started with Nabila, but you really like some of the features in PRM, we need to work with you to figure out, is there a path to just switch the template? Again, that's more roadmap versus enabling and dragging and dropping components from Community Builder that were built for the PRM use case. But dragging and dropping those into your Nabila customer service template. So that's probably that latter approach is the one that would work in the shorter term. But again, I'd encourage you to reach out to your customer support manager, and we can help make sure we guide you on the right path to adding additional functionality and use cases to your existing Community Cloud deployment.
And remember that the components that we spoke about that are now at par, that should help the case, right? Because you have the same component now in all the templates. But again, right, there are a few components even from a license perspective that work one well for the other. So really need to understand what your use case is. And like Adam said, talk to your account executive. That should help the case.
Great. And with that, that's a good segue to talk about some of the roadmap items that you have, right, Adam?
Yeah, we've got a couple minutes left, and we'd be remiss not to go into roadmap and kind of share the future. So let's start with, we've got for 2018, we're still focused on these 4 major themes, really enhancing the digital experience platform and then building out new features and functions for customer-facing, partner-facing and employee-facing communities. So from a digital experience platform, we continue to invest in the granular audience targeting. We're starting to release some native CMS capabilities in addition to CMS Connect. A lot of the feedback from all of you is that you'd like to see more CMS built into the platform, so we continue to invest there. And then other feedback was you wanted to have a more native mobile experience available where you can essentially wrap the community experience in a hybrid container and have a branded app available in the App Store for download. And so part of 2018 is delivering what we're calling My Communities. You heard about My Salesforce, and now we have My Communities, which is that same capability to provide a branded and themed hybrid mobile experience that wraps essentially a native app around the community experience that you saw today. So that's really where we're taking the digital experience platform. When it comes to customer communities, it's all about really focusing on continuing to enhance lightning flows, for one. So with Customer Portal, we're continuing to add more features and functions to flows to allow customers, your customers, to perform business process on their own, to essentially self-service and work within that portal experience. When it comes to the service communities, like the Capricorn Cafe that Paul did such a good job demonstrating, we're adding a number of key features there. Feedback from many of you is that you wanted to see threaded conversations within that service community as a way to drive engagement and allow users to help collaborate with other users. So threaded discussions is on the roadmap this year, as is pinned posts within the community and closing, being able to close a conversation. So there's a real focus on enhancing the Q&A aspects of the community. And then, of course, Einstein Answers, bringing that to general availability, which again allows Einstein to help suggest and answer questions within the community to drive engagement. The third real pillar around partner communities is adding additional features and functions out of the box. And as you saw from Sudhir, every release we continue to add more Lightning components, more partner-supported components in App Exchange to make it fast and easy to build these rich PRM experiences for your partners to be able to sell smarter and sell faster. And so some examples is we're looking at the sharing model for partner communities and really simplifying that sharing model. Feedback from many of you is that it does take effort to get the sharing model right for different partners. So that's an area of focus. And then really focusing in on account hierarchy and making that, our goal this year is making that 5 levels deep. So a ton of innovation to continue to drive that partner engagement that is so important for many of your businesses. And then finally, with employee community, it's really all about seamless collaboration. And so with Chatter, we're taking that cross-community streams capability that Sudhir demoed today, and we're bringing that to general availability. And our goal there is to continue to add that ability to seamlessly collaborate between the internal experience, where that channel account manager can collaborate with the partner reseller and maintain and stay in the internal experience. Just have that chatter feed flow into the internal experience, be able to engage and respond back out. And then same for employee community use cases as well, and customer furthermore. So really seamless collaboration across all experiences is the focus in 2018 for the employee experience.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much, Adam. We're really excited about this roadmap. I wish I had time, wish we had time for more questions, but Sudhir, Adam, and Paul are gonna still be with us, and we'll be answering those questions for you in the community. So if you have anything that hasn't been answered so far, as Elna always says, no question left behind, don't even sweat it. And with that, I know you all enjoyed this broadcast. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast, and share it with some friends. This has been recorded, so you can share it with your colleagues and friends. And with that, I want to really give a warm thank you to our product managers here for joining us and sharing all that incredible roadmap and the amazing demos. That's what we love in the Trailblazer community. And a very, very warm thank you to all of our Trailblazers out there. Without you and without all of the amazing solutions that you turn these features into, we really just wouldn't be able to continue to represent that community, customer success. So thank you for making all of that successful. Please give us feedback. We are excited about Summer 18. So please let us know what we can do better to make sure that this broadcast continues to bring you value. So take the survey. The link is somewhere around here. Look for it on the screen. And all of these recordings across all of our clouds have been recorded and are posted online for you to review for all of Spring 18. And with that, we're really excited to host you again for Summer 18. So we'll see you then. Thank you.